Hi reception, it's Mrs. Hart and Gerald. We're back for another day of pattern work with you. Oh gosh, I wonder if you can remember how to finish off a growing pattern. I wonder if you can look at the rule and use that rule to complete a pattern for me at home. Now, before we get started, you're going to need some objects for this first part of the lesson. You're going to need 20 objects like you had yesterday, all the same size to use. And like I said, it can be anything you have at home. If you have counters, brilliant. Or you could use little pieces of paper. You could use dry pasta. You could use raisins. Anything else that you have lying around at home that you use your growing pattern, that you could use to make your growing patterns. Now, I have got hiding under my piece of paper the rest of the pattern for two different patterns. We're going to start with this one. I wonder if you can get yourselves two of your objects, and I wonder if with your helper you can pause the video and have a go at completing my growing pattern. And I've done, how many have I done? Two more columns. Can you work out what the next two would be if the rule was two more each time? Pause the video and have a go with your helper. How did we get on? Shall we see if your pattern matches mine? Now, it might be that you've got different objects in your pattern, but that's okay because we're looking to see if the amount in each column is going to be the same. So the rule was two more each time. Let's see. Does your pattern look a bit like mine? But underneath, so you remember. Let's see what you should have had. So you had two to begin with. So that means you would need to get two for the next tower and then two more on top. So we had two and then we had 4. Right. For the last column, you needed to get 4 again. And then you needed 2 more on top. And that would have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you have the right numbers in your towers? Well done. If you didn't, don't worry. We can keep practicing, can't we? Now, do you think you can help me finish off this pattern? Now, this time the rule is 1 more. So, I've started off my pattern with 1. And I've done 2 more towers, and I've used my teddy bear pictures. You can use anything you like at home, remember. Okay, so pause the video and see if you can do the next 2 towers by following the rule 1 more. Oh, goodness me, reception, you've been very busy already. Shall we see if yours matches mine? Are you ready? Does yours look a bit like this? Let's see. So, I started off with 1. I needed 1 more each time. So I got 1 here and another 1. That made 2. For my next column, or next tower, sorry, I needed 2 again. There's the 2. Plus 1 more, which makes 3. Does your pattern look a bit like mine? Have you got the right numbers in your towers? Well done, reception. Some brilliant growing patterns. Okay, so Gerald has been very busy practicing and he's feeling pretty confident. He's had a go at making some towers and he's been following our 2 rules of 2 more or 1 more. But then something happened. The wind blew his labels off his towers. Do you think you could help me by putting them back in the right place for him? Oh, fabulous. Okay, now I need to move my screen to show you Gerald's towers. So just bear with me while I get things a bit adjusted, everybody. Okay. Let's see. Everyone can see at home. There's Gerald. Hi, Gerald. Here is Gerald's towers. Are Gerald's towers? Can we see all these? Let's see. Oh, so they're all the same way. Okay, reception. So Gerald built some towers and he followed these 2 rules of 1 more and 2 more. But which of our patterns is the 1 more pattern? And which of our patterns is the 2 more pattern? That's what we are going to work out today. So, yesterday we were following rules that were given to us, and now we're looking at patterns that have already been made, and we are trying to work out the rule. And I'm going to talk you through one of these first, okay? I'm going to do this one with you, and then I've got another one for you to try on your own with your helper. Okay, are you ready? So, the first thing I need to do, Gerald, I'm going to tell you as well, so you know, is I need to have a look at the start of the pattern. Okay, now patterns can start with all different kinds of numbers. It hasn't got to be one each time. This one here, oh, it starts with a 2. Okay, so there's 2 there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the next tower now, and I'm going to see how many more are on top. So let's have a look. So 1, 2 there, then there's 2 here, and 1 more on top, I think. So there's 2 in this tower, then there's a 3. So 2, think about our number line. In fact, let me get my number line. That might be helpful for us today. Go. Can we see? Let's turn it down a little bit. There we go. So I had 2. Now I've got 3. Well, that's 1 more, I think. But do you know what? I think this is 1 more. But let's check by looking at the other towers as well. But let's see if the pattern stays the same throughout. Okay, Gerald might have made a mistake, perhaps. Let's have a look. So we've worked out it's 1 more from 2 to 3. 1 more cube to get from here to here. Okay, so let's look at the next tower. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's the 3 from that side, plus 1 more. Do you know what, Gerald? I think you have followed the rule 1 more for this one. So now we have 4. And look, we look on our number line. We had 3. We add 1 more on, we get to 4. So I think we'll probably find that on this tower we've added 1 more too. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the 4. And then 1 extra one on top would make 5, Reception. Let's look on our number line. Here's a 4. Add 1 more. We get to 5. Gerald, we've worked it out. It was 1 more for this tower. That was the rule you followed. We can't see it very well. That was the rule you followed. In fact, I'll put it behind. Now, Reception, I've got a bit of a challenge for you. See if you can do this in your head. If there are 5 in this tower, how many would be in the next one in our growing pattern if it's 1 more? That's right, 6. And if we had 6 here, and then we added 1 more for the next tower, how many would be that one? 7. Brilliant. I like how you're using your number line in your head and you're counting to work it out in your head. Brilliant. Now, we've got a feeling, Gerald, then. Does that mean this one is 2 more? Shall we see? Because maybe Gerald made some mistakes. We better check. So this one could be the 2 more tower. Let's have a look. So remember what we do? And in fact, I know. Can you tell Gerald what to do first? What was the first thing we need to do? And I'll give you a bit of a clue if you're not sure. That's right. We have to start at the beginning of the pattern and see how many there are. That's our first step. So let's count them. How many did you count? 3. Well done. Now what I'd like you to do, and you can pause the video if you need more time to do this, is I want you to see how many more than 3 in the next tower there are. Okay, so pause the video, count up to 3 and see how many extra have been added on top. Did you find out, Reception? How many extra? It was 2 more, wasn't it? Let's have a check. So here's our 3, and it's the same height as that one, isn't it? And then here's the 2 more on top of the next tower, and you can see it's 2 more, it's 2 cubes higher than the other one. So we had 2 more added on. Right, Reception, can you do the same for this one? How many more were added on to this tower? Can you see? That's right, 2 more. And the lovely thing about growing patterns is sometimes we can really see clearly just by looking at the height of the different towers in our patterns. So Gerald, this tower here, you followed the rule of 2 more. And this tower here, we followed the rule of 1 more. Was that right? Did we do it right? Oh, he says we did. Well done, Reception. So we've had a go looking at one together. You've had a bit of a go with me. I'm now going to give you a bit of a challenge. I'm going to show you Gerald's next set of towers, And I want you, with your helper, to pause the video. I want you to look carefully at both towers and see if you can work out which way round the labels go. Which tower's following the rule of adding one more each time, and which one's following the rule of adding two more. So here we go, Gerald. You go and sit there in the middle so the children can see your work. And then we're going to turn around. Oops. Have a little look. Oh, that's not the best angle, Mrs. Hutch. Oh. I'll get there in the end, reception. There we go. A bit of a wriggle and a jiggle. Okay, have a look, pause the video, and I want you with your helpers to see if you can work out. Oh, I've lost a cube somewhere. Oh dear, where's that one? Sorry, reception, change of plan. Let's borrow this one. There we go. I've lost a cube, obviously, when we were getting it ready. Okay, there you go. Have a look at the towers. Which one do you think is the rule one more? Which one do you think is the rule two more? Off you go. Reception, well done. I could hear lots of you having great conversations with your helper, and I loved how you were counting up to see how many extra had been added on. Well done. Should we see if you were right? Okay, so let's have a look at this one first. So we started off with 1, then we needed to add on 1, 2 more. When we added 2 more on, we got 3 cubes in that tower. Let's look at the next one. Here's our 1, 2, 3, and these are the extras we added on. We had 3, and then we added 1, 2 more on. And let's check the final tower just to make sure there's no mistakes. Here's our tower with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we added 2 more on top. So this one was each time growing by 2 cubes. We were adding 2. Well done, reception, if you got that right. So does that mean this one is going to be growing by 1 cube each time? Should we have a little look at it? Okay, so I had 1 here. Well done, Gerald, you had 1. Then you got your 1 plus 1 more. So you added 1 on to make it to 2. Here we've got the 2 plus an extra 1, making 3. There you go. This looks right, Gerald. Then we had our 3 here, plus an extra 1, makes 4. Children, well done. Now, I've got a challenge for you to do at home. I have sent out some pictures of some patterns I made at school today. And I want you to look at those pictures, print them off if you can at home, but don't worry if you can't, you can look at them on the screen. And I want you to work out if the rule was 2 more or 1 more in our growing pattern. Okay, I've sent home some cards with the rules on if you want to use those as well. But you don't have to, just write them on paper like Mrs. Hutt has. And what I'd like you to do is have a go, if you can as well, perhaps using what you've got at home, the things you've been using to make your patterns, but maybe carrying on Mrs. Hutt's pattern, maybe doing the next tower for each one. See if you can work out the rule and then carry it on. I bet you can because you're so grown up. Okay, reception, have a lovely day. I hope you enjoy doing your growing patterns at home, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye.